actually taking a storytelling masterclass, and we've been challenged by our coach this week to just get on Facebook. Well, for our assignment for this evening is to get on Facebook and just kind of be authentic and share things that people may not know about you. So let me give you a little bit of background. Again, my name is Bianca Shelby. They call me Bianca Jaye. I'm a digital marketing and financial expert. But a lot of you, well, some people may know, but I was trained as an electrical engineer about 20 years ago. And I've always had a passion to help people, especially women. So when I graduated from MBA school, I started to give financial classes. I got a master's in business administration and information systems. And so when I graduated, I was just looking 20 years ago, I was giving workshops at the Atlanta Fulton County Public Library to women on just how they can help with their finances. And the name of my presentation was called No More Debt. And so if we fast forward 10 years ago, and about 2000, 2001, I was given a vision that if I help people, if I serve people, if I solve problems, I will always have my needs met. And I say all that because, in life, we don't know what we're going to go through, what we're going to do well, and some of the challenges that we will face. So about 10 years ago, I was doing extremely well. I had a contract working for a large organization in New York City, a large media entertainment company. Did a lot of savings and investments. I had real estate property. And then 2008 hit and the housing market crashed. At the same time, basically, I had the rug jerked up out of me because it was a financial crisis all over. And I actually lost my high paying assignment in New York City. And it was very devastating what would happen during that time. Like I said, it was about 2008. I'm a mom with kids, and you have to kind of face reality is like, oh, I've lost my job. I've always wanted to serve. I have these rental properties with families in them. And long story short, I had several of the properties were foreclosed on. I had a car repossessed. I don't think it could have gotten any worse. I had to deplete all my savings and investments, and I was what they call right size. So, that means you're out of a job. And so it was very devastating for me because it was basically I hit this wall, and I needed to kind of figure out what was I going to do. I said, as a person who's about the hustle, what can I do? And I said probably one of the worst jobs that I've ever had, but I had to take it to help, feed my family. I was an what do you call it, tax processor for the IRS. And it was like one of the worst jobs that I could ever have, because I can remember you had to go at a certain time, you had to punch in a time clock. They had to tell you when you could take lunch. It was just crazy. And so, I had to go back and reflect and say, Bianca, what can you do to change your situation? So while I was at home, I started, going on the internet. I started doing a lot of personal development and just kind of soul searching to say, what can I do? I'm a very talented person, and I know that there's something better for me. So, while I was soul searching, my ego was bruised, my mindset, and I had to remember back early on when I started my career that God had given me a vision. Bianca, if you serve, if you solve problems, you will be okay. And so with that, I had to really kind of think back and say, okay, Bianca, what can you do to solve problems? What can you do to serve? And so I actually started my own company, and I started doing freelance work to get started, and eventually that led me to get my own company. And within 2 years, I had paid off $60,000 worth of debt, and I had to think back and say, well, Bianca, when you first started 20 years ago, you were talking about no more debt, but because of life and life happens, I was facing that situation. I had to have some debt, and I was able to actually pay that off. So if we fast forward to what I say 2020, and one of the things that situation was life changing for me, because I vowed I would never want to be in that situation again. And then if we fast forward to today, I think about last year 2020 when the pandemic hit. A lot of people I know lost jobs, they lost houses, they didn't really know what they were going to do. They were mentally stressed, they were facing a lot of anguish. And I just can recall, man, I've been there before. I've been there before. But over the course of the last 20 years, I've been able to rebuild kind of my nest egg and investments. I have my company. And it struck me today. I was talking to one of my employees, and she said, Miss Shelby, we're about to be quarantined for the next 14 days. And I really, really appreciate you having me as an employee, because we're going to be quarantined. We can't do anything. We can't go anywhere. We have to have a pass to leave the house. But because you've been able to keep me on as an employee, life is going to be better. So she really wanted to thank me and my family. And so I say all this because if you feel in life you're not at a place where you want to be, you want to make a change, if I can do it, you can do it. We all, like I said, if you live life long enough, you're going to experience the ups, downs, the highs, and the lows. But it's all about being, you just have to persevere. And so I thought about 5 things that, if you feel you're not where you want to be, one, you must make a decision to change your life or to change your station or to change whatever you want. You got to make that conscious decision. Number 2, you must dig in deep. When I say dig in deep, take all out action. I can remember, like I said, I had properties foreclosed on. I had cars repossessed. I was at my wits' end, when it came to money. And I had to just dig in deep and say, hey, things that I was used to, I love nice stuff. Those things are not a necessity. And so I dug in deep and I took all out action to want to reach my goals. And then number 3, change may hurt, change is chaotic, change is a lot stressful, but in the end, change can be good. Also, number 4, you're worthy. You are worth it. I mean, we all have gone through a lot in life, but at the end of the day, God has made us to be here on this earth. And we have to take advantage and say, I'm worthy of all of the things that God has provided for us. And we have to dig in deep to make some changes. And then number 5, if I can do it, you can do it too. I never said it was going to be easy. It's a process, but I think within the last 10 years of this kind of, they say you trial by fire, you get burnt. I've been able to really transform myself, and transformation is a beautiful thing. I always think about, I love, it's a book called The Power of Intention. And I'm trying to think of the author's name that I just love him. He's deceased now, but he always talked about or had the butterfly. And the butterfly is something that changes, it transforms. But at the end of the day, it's like a moth. So it's not very beautiful when it starts out. But once it actually builds this cocoon and comes out of the cocoon, it's very beautiful. And so transformation is something we'll have to do in life, and it's good. And so, over the last few years, I've been able to, be a mom, having a, starting my business, being able to be a classroom mom and going on field trips with my daughters, having some flexibility. It's been very good. I've been able to help my university give a significant contribution to that, as well as other charities, because it's about, again, giving back. Like I said, I was on that mission that it was imparted into me. If I can serve, and if I could solve problems, Bianca, dig in deep and you'll be able to do it. So I did that. I've supported quite a few STEM related charities because, like I said, I'm an electrical engineer by discipline, and I believe in educating our Black and Brown children, especially because a lot of times we're at a disadvantage, and it's just we don't have the opportunities. And thank God I was afforded the opportunities in my life. So if I can do better and I can reach back and help people, it's important. And I just think about in the last couple of days, I've been doing just some more soul searching and personal development. And I read an article that said, why be poor, be rich instead? And it goes through why people need to be rich. And rich doesn't mean that you are a millionaire, you have tons of money, but the gifts that God has planted in your life, you're able to share those. And I was looking at I was in part of my master class this week. We're doing a 30-day challenge. And this, like I said, this segment was for us to be transparent, get online, do a live Facebook. And I remember one of our coaches had a T-shirt that said, "Get rich, give back," and I'm all about giving back. So again, like I said, that transformation takes place. It's a great thing, but sometimes, like I said, you're in life, you'll hit a wall, and you just have this thought like, "This is not my station. This is not where I'm supposed to be in life," and it's okay because we're all going to hit them. But again, making that decision that I want to change some things really, really helps. And so over the next year, actually, this year, I've been helping, like I said, a lot of women really transform their finances. So I have some things in the work right now that we're collaborating with some people to really help. And my goal, and this is a very lofty goal, and so if one of the individuals, I can't remember who said it, but if your goals and dreams are not big enough and you can do it yourself, your dream is not big enough. So my goal is to help 100,000 people really work on getting their finances, getting their business, and just making a change in the life that they want. So that's all I have to say. I completed my exercise. It wasn't as torturing as I thought it would be. I'm used to getting on stage, giving some information, usually kind of technical knowledge or whatnot, not being so transparent, focusing on self. I'm usually focusing on other people. So this has been a great experience. I hope that other people can learn, share this wisdom that I was able to learn just through I said, the school of hard knocks and just living life. We're all going to be down sometimes, but like I always say, we may be down, but we have to get back up. So I thank God that I was able to get back up, and I'm able to help other people on their journey to just changing their lives. And like I said, change can be a good thing. And at the end of the day, the transformation that you go through by having some of the hardships in life makes you a better person. So that's all I have to say. Good night, everyone, and take care. Oh, if you have any questions, please feel free, put them in the comment section. I love to answer any questions that anyone has on finances, about business, just where you are in life and you want to make a change and you just want to talk to somebody to share what your goals and visions and plans are. You have to write them down, you make it plain and look at it every day. I do affirmations every day. And I've done goal settings for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, a year, 3 years, 5 years, and I just start checking things off. So it's good to have goals and aspirations and ambitions, because it just keeps you continuing to move forward. And I know that 2021 is going to be a dynamic year for everyone. It may be a little bit different, and we're learning to live life a little bit differently. But in the end, we have to continue to move forward. The day is going to come where we'll be able to get back outside and enjoy, that one-on-one contact. But in the interim, thank God for this digital technology and digital media. It's actually moving fast and bringing us together. So thanks, everyone. Have a great evening.